India comfortably beat Bangladesh by 6 wickets, all thanks to this man here, Shubman Gill with unbeaten century and Mohammad Shami with a fifer as well. So Bangladesh were batted first, and yeah, the first 10 overs were all India. Bangladesh were 35 for 5, couple wickets to Shami. Harshit Rana bowled really well. I'm very surprised to see him bowl as an opener, but he did a really good job. And Axar Patel with 2 wickets in the first over. But it should have been a hat trick if Rohit Sharma didn't drop a dolly. And after that, it was kind of really a recovery job for Bangladesh. And it was led by 2 men. Jacket Ali should have been our first ball. He got, I think, was it 68? It was a bit of a slow 68, but he had to do what he had to do. And Hidroy, who I don't know too much about. I know he's been about for a while for Bangladesh, but he hasn't had any significant scores with a really good 100 off 118 balls. That was a really good innings from him. And in terms of the Indian bowlers, Harshit Rana bowled really well for 3 wickets. Axel with the 2 obviously in the first over, but he should have had a hat trick. Mohammad Shami with a fifer. I'm surprised they didn't pick Mohammad Shami as a top wicket taker, because I forgot that this guy actually has the knack of taking wickets in these big tournaments for India. I think he's got the most wickets in international tournaments for India, and he averages 13. Like, that's crazy, but he bowled really well on his comeback to international tournaments. Yeah, Bangladesh did really well to really get to 228. Indian spinners bowled decently, but as we could say, they could just apply more pressure and step the foot down and try and get more out. You have to give props to the Bangladeshi batsmen kind of sticking out. It's not an easy pitch to bat on. It's not like the Pakistani pitch where it's free flowing, 280, 290 is kind of the average score. The UAE pitches, you don't see many 300 plus scores, and it was more of a slow, sticky wicket where you got to really earn your runs, and it's not easy scoring boundaries on those pitches. And then in reply, India were able to comfortably chase it thanks to Shubman Gill with an unbeaten 100 off 129 balls. Very slow, but he showed on a pitch like this that you can just dig in deep. It's not all about the free flowing 90 strike rate, 100 strike rate innings that he did against England, but more he has to be the guy to just stay in, be a bit boring, and just keep batting and batting and batting. As long as he kept batting and somebody made a big score like him, they were going to win the game. Rohit Sharma with 41 at the start, to give a bit of impetus. A couple of scores here and there, and KL Rahul with 41 now at the end. But the Bangladeshi bowlers didn't bowl badly. It's just they didn't have much run to kind of play around with. The spinners did do very well. Rishad Hassan with 2 wickets. Siemens with a couple of wickets. But India showed why they're champions, really. It's not all about making big scores, but when, there's a tough pitch, you just be very clinical in your bowling, as they did in the first 10 overs. And with the batting, just do what needs to be done. When you feel like there's a bit of pressure, just keep batting, don't lose any wickets, and that's what they did. But overall, I think for the next game for India against Pakistan, because that's going to be in UAE, I think that's going to be a really interesting game in terms of the pitch is slow and is not actually favouring the batsmen as much. So Pakistan's strength is their bowling. So it'll be interesting to see who bats first and who bats second, because I think that can be a real big deciding factor in that game. But as for today's game, Bangladesh, they gave it a good try, but for me, India's quality was just too strong in those